Imagine if there existed phrases capable of igniting an irresistible spark in someone's heart, more powerful than any heavy drug, turning cold glances into burning desire. These phrases are stronger than hard drugs. And today, I'm revealing 5 of them, based on dark psychology, that work like an infallible love pill. Have you ever wondered why certain words can disarm emotional defenses and create a deep, almost hypnotic connection that makes the other person crave more? These phrases tap into the hidden corners of the human mind, manipulating the subtleties of attraction so that you, confident man, can use them in everyday conversations and completely turn the tables in your favor. They're not cheap tricks, but refined tools that spark curiosity and a subtle tension, making her feel attracted without even realizing why. But hold on, because the second phrase I'm about to reveal involves a behavioral manipulation secret that can turn any interaction into an inevitable game of seduction. And the last one is the most dangerous of all. A revelation that promises explosive results, but only if you stay until the end to learn how to apply it flawlessly. If you're ready to master these secrets that only 1% of men know, subscribe to the channel right now and hit that like button for more content that will transform your love life in mysterious and powerful ways. 1. The phrase that awakens the hidden mystery. Imagine yourself in a casual conversation, looking into her eyes and saying in a low, confident voice, "I see something in you that nobody else notices. Something wild and uncontrollable, just waiting to be unleashed." This phrase acts like a master key, opening emotional doors she didn't even know existed, creating an instant aura of intimacy. Use it when the conversation is flowing, maybe after a subtle compliment, to turn an ordinary moment into something charged with tension. She'll feel unique, as if you're the only one capable of decoding her deepest secrets, and that plants a seed of curiosity that just keeps growing. This technique works based on the psychology of manipulation, exploiting the innate human desire to be understood in an exclusive and profound way, which activates attraction circuits in the brain, making her associate you with a rare feeling of excitement. Men who master this report that women start seeking more contact, responding with lingering looks and personal questions, because her mind interprets your words as an invitation to explore the unknown. It's like lighting a spark in a dark room, where the darkness represents the emotional barriers she's built throughout her life. Practice in the mirror to make sure your delivery is slow and penetrating, ensuring every word resonates like a secret shared only between the two of you. Now, apply it in real scenarios. During a date, after she shares something about herself, drop the phrase to shift the focus to a deeper connection, making her wonder what else you know about her. This isn't cheap manipulation, but a refined art that the top 1% of men use to create irresistible bonds. Based on the human need for unique validation, she might laugh nervously or lean her body closer, signs that the love pill has started to take effect. Remember, the mysterious tone is crucial. Speak as if you're revealing forbidden treasure, and watch the conversation take on an air of forbidden adventure. Over time, you'll notice these interactions become addictive for her, pulling her back for more. But the real power comes when you combine it with a touch of stoicism, keeping a calm and unshakable posture, which amplifies the mystery and makes her feel a magnetic attraction to your unbreakable confidence. Try varying the phrase slightly to fit the moment, like adding her name to make it even more personal. Men who test this discover that women respond with greater openness, sharing more than usual, because the phrase taps into a primal instinct to be truly seen. It's a dark but elegant tool that turns superficial conversations into subtle dances of seduction. Master this, and you'll be one step ahead in the game of attraction. And if you think this is powerful, just wait until you hear the second phrase, which turns any silence into an explosion of uncontrollable desire, something no average man would dare try. Stay tuned, because what's coming next could change everything. 2. The phrase that plants seeds of forbidden fantasy. Picture a pause in the conversation, when the air is thick with potential, and you say with an enigmatic smile, "Imagine if we could escape together for a moment," leaving everything behind and exploring what really drives us. This phrase is perfect bait, inviting her to picture tempting scenarios without being direct, creating a bubble of intimacy that makes her crave more details. Use it in a relaxed setting, like a cafe or a walk, to shift from light topics to something more personal and electrifying. She'll feel a tingle of excitement, as if you're offering a door to a secret world, and that sparks a curiosity that keeps her hooked. The key is to pause after saying it, letting the silence work in your favor, while your eyes convey a subtle promise of adventure, rooted in human behavior and the innate attraction to shared stories. This phrase works because it fires up her imagination, releasing endorphins, similar to those from a captivating story, making her associate you with feelings of freedom and excitement. Studies in psychology show that humans respond strongly to imaginary invitations because they bypass logical defenses and touch subconscious desires for connection. You, as a clever man, can guide her response by asking what she would imagine in that escape, steering the conversation into deeper, more suggestive territory. It's a dark tactic that seduction masters use to build tension effortlessly. Practice the delivery so it sounds natural, as if the idea just popped into your head, heightening the air of mystery. In real interactions, use it after she mentions something stressful from her day, turning the complaint into an opportunity for shared fantasy, making her see you as an ally in a world of hidden possibilities. This awakens subtle sexual tension because her mind fills in the blanks with provocative images, all without crossing explicit lines. Men who use this notice women coming back for more conversations. Drawn to the aura of mystery you create, lean on stoicism to keep emotional control, not revealing too much at once, which increases the provocative appeal. Over time, this phrase becomes a secret weapon, making her feel an inexplicable, magnetic connection. The secret here is subtlety. Don't push. Let the phrase hang in the air, inviting her to add to it, which reinforces the feeling of forbidden partnership and awakens layers of attraction she didn't expect. This approach, rooted in the psychology of manipulation, exploits the power of implied suggestions, making you unforgettable in a sea of boring conversations. Try varying it with personal elements, like mentioning a place she likes, to make the fantasy even more vivid and personal. Only 1% of men know the real impact of this, turning casual encounters into memories loaded with potential. Master this phrase, and watch the dynamics shift in your favor. But if this phrase already has you intrigued, get ready for the third one, which is a psychological manipulation bomb, capable of turning any rejection into pure obsession. You won't want to miss what's coming next. 3. The phrase that plants the seed of inevitable obsession. Imagine you're in the middle of a light conversation, leaning slightly forward and whispering in a conspiratorial tone. If I told you I've already imagined us in a forbidden place, doing things nobody would approve of, what would you do? This phrase is a brilliant psychological trap because it activates the principle of forbidden curiosity, making her brain release dopamine as she imagines bold, secret scenarios. She can't resist because the forbidden always attracts, creating an emotional bond that makes her question her own boundaries. Use it during subtle flirting moments, like at dinner or a nighttime walk, to turn words into an uncontrollable spark of desire. The dark psychology behind it exploits confirmation bias, where she starts seeing you as the ideal partner for adventures she secretly craves. Now, think about the power of personalizing this phrase, adding details you know about her, like a place like that secluded beach you mentioned, to make the obsession even deeper and inescapable. Behavioral psychology studies show that phrases like this can increase attraction by up to 40% because they reach the subconscious, making her feel you understand her on levels other men ignore. It's not cheap manipulation, but a refined tool that awakens primitive instincts, flipping the script so she starts chasing you instead. Practice the tone, confident but not aggressive, to maximize impact, and watch ordinary conversations become charged with implied sexual tension. Over time, this phrase becomes your secret weapon, planting seeds that bloom into unforgettable nights. But be careful, because timing is everything. Drop it when there's already some chemistry, avoiding stressful moments, so she associates you with excitement and mystery, instead of discomfort. The science behind it shows the human brain loves incomplete stories, and this phrase leaves gaps. She fills with her own fantasies, strengthening the bond. Men who master this report a dramatic increase in positive responses, from shy glances to direct invitations. Integrate it naturally, maybe after a light joke, so it feels spontaneous rather than forced. In the end, you're not just talking, you're shaping her emotional reality, becoming the center of her deepest thoughts. To refine it further, combine with body language, like a light touch on the arm, amplifying the hypnotic effect and making her feel a magnetic attraction she can't explain. This approach, inspired by dark persuasion tactics, exploits emotional vulnerabilities without crossing ethical lines, as long as it's used with mutual respect. Remember, the goal is to create healthy obsession, where she feels alive and desired, not pressured. Test it in various social settings, and adjust based on her reactions for optimal results. Mastering this phrase takes your seduction game to professional levels, leaving competitors in the dust. And if this phrase already makes you feel the power of obsession, wait until the fourth one, which is a devastating revelation capable of turning indifference into absolute emotional dependence. Stay tuned, because what's coming next could change everything for you. 4. The phrase that awakens the primitive possessive instinct. Picture yourself on a date, pausing dramatically before saying, with an enigmatic smile, "You know deep down, you're already mine, even if you won't admit it yet, and I'm going to prove it tonight." This phrase triggers the psychological switch of reciprocal possession, tapping into the inherent desire for belonging that lives in the human subconscious, making her feel a mix of challenge and excitement. It's based on evolutionary psychology principles, where the sense of ownership awakens protective and attractive instincts, flipping the dynamic so she wants to confirm that possession. Use it when the conversation is heated, maybe after a shared laugh, to inject a dose of intensity that leaves her breathless. The impact is immediate because it touches deep fears and desires, creating a narrative where you're the inevitable alpha. Deepen the effect by personalizing it with traits of hers, like mine with that rebellious smile that conquers me, turning the phrase into a unique, irresistible declaration that echoes in her mind for hours. Neuroscience research shows possessive phrases like this raise oxytocin levels, the bonding hormone, strengthening emotional ties almost instantly. It's not about control, but about awakening a primal instinct that makes her feel valued and desired, in a way few men can pull off. Practice delivering it with calm confidence, avoiding an aggressive tone, so it sounds like a seductive prophecy rather than a command. With this, you turn routine interactions into experiences charged with electric chemistry. Be careful with context. Use it in situations where there's implied consent and mutual chemistry, so the possessive instinct flows naturally without seeming invasive. The dark psychology here plays with scarcity, making her realize losing you would be an irreparable loss, pushing her to invest more in the connection. Experienced men notice this turns initial rejections into passionate pursuits, elevating your presence to something unforgettable. Add subtle touches, like prolonged eye contact, to amplify the primal nature of the phrase, and leave a lasting mark. At its core, this tool doesn't manipulate, it reveals latent desires, guiding her toward an attraction that feels like fate. To maximize it, combine with gentle follow-ups, like questions about her dreams, reinforcing the sense of mutual possession and building a shared narrative. This tactic, drawn from studies on power dynamics in relationships, proves words can forge stronger bonds than physical actions. Adjust based on her response. If positive, proceed. If hesitant, back off with humor to keep balance. With practice, you become a master at awakening these instincts, turning every encounter into a chance for deep conquest. After all, owning her heart starts with owning the conversation. But if this phrase gives you a taste of primal power, the fifth and final one is the finishing blow. A phrase so potent, it can seal romantic destinies forever. Don't leave now, because the ultimate secret is about to be revealed. 5. The phrase that seals the eternal bond of unbreakable desire. Think of the climax of a tension-filled conversation, where you look deep into her eyes and declare with controlled intensity, "From the moment I saw you, I knew you'd be my weakness and my strength, the poison and the antidote I never want to cure." This phrase is the pinnacle of dark psychology, exploring the concept of mutual emotional dependence, where the words create a bond that resembles an inescapable addiction, making her feel unique and indispensable in your personal story. It works best at the end of a date, when emotions are already running high, turning a temporary goodbye into a promise of inevitable return. The key is in the delivery, paused, with a touch of feigned vulnerability, so the words sink in like an anchor in her subconscious, anchoring you as the center of her emotional universe. Now, understand why this phrase is so lethal. It activates the emotional reciprocity mechanism, a trick of the human mind where, by admitting a weakness for her, you unconsciously force her to reciprocate with affection, creating a self-feeding cycle of desire. Based on behavioral psychology studies, like Cialdini's principles of influence, it turns attraction into something almost obsessive, where she starts questioning her own resistance and craving more interactions that reinforce the connection. To maximize it, combine with subtle touches, like brushing hands, which amplify the sensory impact and etch the phrase into her memory as a pivotal moment. Many men fail here, out of fear of exposure, but those who master it reap lasting rewards, turning casual relationship pages into chapters of deep passion. Try it in real contexts, and watch responses become more open and receptive, proving the power of this dark tool. Let's dive deeper into practical application. Imagine using it after she shares something personal. Responding with this phrase to mirror and elevate the intimacy, making her an accomplice in a shared secret nobody else understands. The psychology behind it is the anchoring effect, where the words fix a romantic image in her mind, causing all future interactions to be measured against that high standard, and any deviation feels like an intolerable loss. Adjusted slightly to fit her personality. If she's adventurous, emphasize the poison. If more romantic, highlight the antidote, so it resonates like something tailor-made, boosting effectiveness by up to 80% according to observed seduction patterns. Men who add this to their arsenal report not just immediate conquests, but bonds that stand the test of time, because the phrase plants deep emotional roots. With practice, you don't just say the words, you live them, becoming the architect of desires she didn't even know she had. Finally, reflect on the legacy of this phrase. It's not just an attraction tool, but a weapon for building emotional empires, where you control the flow of feelings without apparent effort, leaving her always wanting more. Inspired by cognitive manipulation tactics, like those used in reverse couples therapy for seduction purposes, it ensures desire becomes eternal, turning fleeting encounters into stories of devotion. Personalize it with details from earlier in the conversation, like a shared memory, to make it undeniable and personal, raising the impact to hypnotic levels. Only the boldest use it without hesitation, reaping rewards that go beyond the physical, touching the very core of the female psyche. Master this final phrase, and you don't just conquer. You reign in the kingdom of dark attraction, where desire becomes unbreakable law. So, which of these phrases do you think you'll try first in your next conversation? Drop a comment below, sharing your opinion, or even a personal story about how words have changed the game for you. I'm curious to read and might reply to some. If this content hit you hard, smash that like button now to support the channel and turn on notifications by subscribing so you don't miss the next videos, packed with secrets that will take your love life to another level.